Hey everybody, what's going on? I am Much Debauchery, and today we are starting off in the Void World of all places. And that's because we need to do some crafting that involves our transmutation table. Specifically, we need to get a scanner and a blank pattern. And what we're trying to do is we're working on these quests right here, which will allow us to help find our ores more easily. The first thing we'll collect is this ender pearl dust. The mission itself is when flowers are merely satisfactory. This enhanced scanner can be crafted or obtained via your transmutation tablet, which we just did. It has a default range of 32 blocks, and with the precious ores upgrade can detect all GT ores, or GregTech ores, which all spawn in the overworld. Its range can be upgraded twice more by 32 blocks each time. And I believe what we want specifically is this. Yeah, what's this called? This rare ore scanner. So that's why we got the blank scanner module. And as it said, if we go here, put it in the middle, and we surround it with some low covalence dust, we get a scanner module. And I believe we shift right click. Yeah, so if you shift right click it, you can throw this guy in. And now we should be able to detect rare ores by, you go around, you hold right click, and you see that, and it scans. Of course, it's not going to find anything in the void world because there's literally nothing here, but in the overworld, it helps us find things that way. Also, since we're here, what's this ender pearl dust used for? Make some ender dust. Doesn't look like anything we can do anytime soon, so we'll just put it away with the fairy dust we got before. And yes, things are starting to get a bit messy around here. At some point, I think we're going to move most of our operations over into the overworld, but for now, since we're still here, this is where things are going to be for the most part. Though we are slowly going to transition our stuff to the overworld, especially since going through the portal is pretty quick. Anyways, now we have those two things. Can we get a range? Do not have an ender pearl, so that is unlikely to happen. And block of polyethylene. Yeah, that does not look like it's happening anytime soon either, not gonna lie. So there's one other thing from last time that I forgot to mention at the end of the episode, but I was talking about a freezer that I killed, but there was another skeleton that I killed and he dropped some healing salve. So we didn't end up having to make our own, even though I think the recipe is pretty easy. Yeah, a dandelion, any flower, a seed, and a bowl. And I'm not really sure how much it heals, but if you check our health right now, we only have 4.5 hearts, so we are going to go use it before we start exploring. But before we do that, let me finish reading off the mission. It's called Healing Salve, obviously. The pack is natural health regeneration from hunger disabled. You have to increase your total amount of hearts using various mods, or eventually find ways to heal yourself automatically. But for now, you have healing salves and band-aids. Did you know some countries call band-aids plaster? I did not know that. Oh, and it actually gave us a band-aid. That's kind of cool. And you can make a med kit out of that. That's pretty interesting. And how do you make these guys? Just like so. Bit of wool. So wool, I'm pretty sure you can still make this with string. And no, you cannot make wool that way, so we actually have to well, we want band-aids, that is, we'll have to get some sheep somehow, it seems. And just out of curiosity, we might be able to use our Zen altar, what is it called, Zen summoning altar, to get sheep. But you need wool to do that first. Alright, so we need to get some wool at some point, basically, if we want to make band-aids. And just out of curiosity, how much does that heal? Oh, okay, I was not expecting it to work like that. Alright, so I was expecting it to be a one-use thing, but it looks like it has multiple uses. That is pretty interesting. Okay, let's put some more food in here. As you can see, we're starting to get a bit low. So, what else can we have? We'll throw in some pineapples, because pineapples give you a ton of saturation for no reason. And a nice leafy fish sandwich I think would be good. Awesome. So I think that covers everything I wanted to discuss before we go exploring slash mining. I did make some extra tools ahead of time, and I probably should get a little more gravel before we go. Like that much. Simply so we can make some more of these. And I'm gonna make a few more wooden planks too, just in case we need to make some crafting tables. But once I do that, I'll get back to you guys. We'll head through the portal and I'll meet you in the overworld. So as I was cutting those logs to make some planks, I noticed it was becoming night, and I didn't really want to waste 10 minutes waiting for night to pass, so I decided to work on another quick project, which is some Pam's Harvest Craft, so we can get some more foods. And this is specifically because a lot of our quests aren't giving us good food anymore, such as, you know, some nice thick sandwiches or some pies or pancakes. And without those, we just kind of have these kind of weak foods. So I thought we'd go ahead and work on getting a cooking table, because we can't really get the rest right now. They all require like iron plates, or what is this guy? Iron. I mean, they basically what I'm trying to say is they all require some form of iron, and we do not have access to that yet. What we can make is a cooking table. So we're gonna need an obsidian and some lava. Where'd I put my philosopher's stone? Here we go. So we got the lava. Then we're gonna need terracotta, and hopefully, I was gonna say, I was hoping 5 of these guys are gonna work, but I'm thinking that's not gonna be the case. So guys, you probably noticed about halfway through that I actually have no idea what I'm doing. I didn't even realize that. I don't think we can make terracotta until we get one of these guys. I wonder if we could do it in here. It's whatever. We'll get back to this another time, I guess. So, let's go explore. And like I mentioned, the first thing we're going to be going for is that copper. Hopefully we don't get murked immediately stepping out. It's not appear that way. I do think we're safe. Oh geez, I hear bullshit already. Lots of bullshit. Let's get in here so they get slowed down by the water. Wow, so many. Ridiculous. I think we got this. Alright, cool. And since we're here, we'll take a bit of water, which does not regenerate, I believe, unless you're in specific biomes. Anyways, let's see what happens if we hold right click. Oh! Okay, I wasn't really sure what to expect, but that's really cool. There's a village right there, actually. Let's go check that out first, then we'll come back. Where are these? Porous something something. Got some down there. Alright. Ideally we want to find like some ghost orchids, because that'd be the wildberry. Ghost orchids, because that's where iron is. Is this a butcher? I have no idea. No, definitely not a butcher. I feel like an idiot. This guy is clearly supposed to be like Elvis. I just saw the red on the back and I assumed it was supposed to be like blood or something. What we got here? Jam guy. Got anything to steal? Does not appear that way. It's gonna be very... Oh. I'll take emerald nuggets. That sounds good. Looks like there's not actually anything here, which is a bit disappointing. I was hoping we can get some chests. But apparently it's just not meant to be. Yep. Oh well. Nice to know it's here though, nothing else. We might need villagers later on. Oh well, let's stop wasting daylight and let's get underground. Not really sure what the best way about doing this is going to be either. I'm not really sure how K generation is in this mod pack. Oh, salt block, by the way. Is that literally just salt? Presumably, right? Yeah. Alright. Very interesting. So get rid of these flowers and whatnot. And rescan real quick. It looks like this straight down. And let me just check if we can make ladders pretty easily. Wow, I'm dumb. Everyone, just forget I spelled this with T's. Yeah, they're the same way. Okay, it's fine. So I think what we're gonna do is just dig down like this. That way we don't fall. And I don't think anything should drop down after us either. Well, ideally that is. We can just torch up every now and then. Oh, there's our first copper already. As well as some jasper, and it looks like we can mine both. Excellent. So that's our first ore, guys. Woo. Anyways, ooh, topaz, can't mind that. And depending if anything interesting goes on, I'll come back to you guys. But otherwise, I think I'm just gonna time lapse a lot of this. Oh, there goes our pick. Because this probably isn't the most interesting thing in the world. And I'm not really sure I have anything to talk about either at the moment. Other than, you know, wash your hands, guys, stay safe. COVID-19's a big threat. Even if you're young, if you're watching this video, you probably are young. Of course, COVID-19 doesn't mean it will necessarily kill you. But if you do get contracted, you can become a carrier and you can give it to your loved ones, like your parents or elder relatives or friends if you got any like that. So do be careful, everyone. And yeah, with that, I'll cut to the time lapse. So I'll see you guys when I'm done. Alright guys, so as you saw, we went ahead and did quite a bit of mining and we got quite a bit of ore. So now we're gonna build our ladder back up, and assuming it's still dark, we can take a look at what we can do with some of these ores actually. So that's 15 ladder. Probably not quite enough, judging by the height there. Maybe over like 30, how about that? Nice even number. And I think dawn is approaching, so let's take a look at what we can actually do with some of these guys. Starting with this red garnet. Looks like he isn't too useful to us right now at the moment, unfortunately. Though in the future it looks like he's definitely going to have some good uses. Specifically with this guy. And that just looks like a whole mess of things. For the jasper ore, looks like it's just lower grade red garnet really. And for the copper, with that we can make some molten copper, clearly. We can do the same thing in the melter instead of this Tinker's smeltery. So okay, so there's a Tinker's smeltery and there's a Tinker's melter. Should be noted. Okay, and mean, what can we use this copper for specifically? Oh shit. Damn, he actually jumped down and murdered us. Yeah, so those are the freezers I was talking about before. And, wow, that's annoying as hell. Alright, guys. Well, the good news is, it is daytime. The bad news is, getting back down there is going to be a pain in the ass. So how exactly we're going to do this? Please no bullshit waiting outside. Oh, there's bullshit, alright. Oh, we can't actually run. Wow. What kind of nonsense? Oh, Jesus. What have I done? Cursed creeper, that sounds dangerous. There's also like some... Wheat. Oh, well maybe we can just kill them that way. But one of these guys is throwing potions at me and I'm not fucking with that, that's for sure. Maybe we just run away, they'll despawn, honestly. While we're over here, anything of interest? Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll find some of those ghost orchids I was talking about, so we can get some iron. I think we found some. Oh yeah, so we got some iron right here actually. That's good, that's good. I think if we press M, we can actually mark things somehow. Not exactly sure how it works, but noted that it's right there. So if you press M, you can open up your map and close it again by pressing M as well. Anyways, I think these guys have despawned now by the looks of things. No, not really. They have somewhat at least. This guy's really tripping on drugs. We're just gonna go like that so they don't follow us down, hopefully. Wow, this jackass is actually still alive. Alright. How are we gonna deal with your ass? Hopefully we can do something like that. I can't believe you followed me down, yo, like that's actually so annoying. Oh, don't kill my ass again, please. I beg. Okay. Can we just now look at that health, 45 too. Alright. Well, we got them, so that's nice. But yeah, these guys are very tough, as you can see. 45 health, and they basically two-shot you with the armor I had. Which is unpleasant, to say the least. Oh, it didn't get everything in our inventory. Interesting. Well, hopefully it was only the bucket that got shot out, which we did recover. We don't need those, we don't need those. I'm just getting rid of everything because when you shift click, excuse me, you don't have to shift click, you just shift on it and everything pops out like that. And let's get rid of some of these boys so we can pick up the good stuff. I think we have everything back now. Looks that way at least. So we're gonna eat up, get our band-aid back. Yeah, so that didn't give us a lot of health, but it gave us a little bit, and that's a be sufficient for now. Just kind of looking over our inventory. I think everything is in order at the moment. So let's get the hell out of here. So note to self, maybe we have to like put trapdoors at the top of these or something to prevent these freezer boys from coming down. Oh, he actually just got one shot. Very interesting. Some more ice. This guy looks like he's freaking out less. Oh. He dropped 2 iron swords and something else there? Now, the iron swords may actually be super useful because I think we can just go straight to iron tools if we smelt those down. It says it's a bandage, but it don't really look like it. But I guess it is. Alright, so we can just use that to heal up then. It says less usages than the other one, as you guys may have noticed. This one only has 12, it said. We're gonna take the cobble since it's worth more EMC. And let's go home. This was kind of successful, I guess we could say, minus the death there. Alright, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to do some research on where to go next, but I do know we need copper, and I think we probably need iron at some point too. So I'll get back to you guys once I figure out what the hell we need to do, alright? See you guys soon. Alright, so guys, it's been some time since we last chatted. So much time, in fact, that I literally forget where we left off. Though I do kind of remember the basics. We're trying to figure out how to use our ores, and I think I finally figured it out. And of course it starts raining. It's a bad sign. Probably means I don't actually have it figured out, you know, but nevertheless. So what I think we need to do is, if you read here, it says start with clay sign and chisel on all of these to make any of these casts. Before we were only looking at the brass and gold ones. I don't really know where to get gold, though presumably we could mine it if we wanted to. That's a big presumption, so we're just gonna go for these clay boys instead. So it says start with clay cast, or clay sign, pardon me, and chisel. So here's the clay sign. It says we need some molten clay and a brick wooden form. So we can get this by making a knife, and we can get the empty wooden form by making some slabs with the saw, and we can get those by just cutting up a regular piece of wooden plank. So let's try that out. So we get this, and we get that, and we might as well just use the whole thing. Alright, cool. So now we need to make a knife, which is pretty simple. Bang, bang. Alright. Then we go like this, and we have our brick wooden form. Now, I got my mittens on already, so we can take this, we put this in the smeltery, and let's smelt our 2 clay up. And then we should be able to get a cast, which we can form into an ingot. Oh dear. We actually cannot form an ingot. Son of a bitch. Wait. I was gonna say maybe that does it. No, that literally just makes a sign. What to do? What to do? Well, I'm gonna go back to drawing board. I'm pretty sure this is the right track though, so I'll figure it out, guys. Don't worry, I'll figure it out. As you can see, we are back in the overworld now, and that's because I say this once more, I have figured it out. And that may not be the case, but it seems that we can actually just go find gold and mine it currently, even though typically you would need iron, but apparently you can get it with just a rudimentary pickaxe, pardon me. I also wanted to bring up the fact that apparently my sword has fire aspect 2 on it. I'm not exactly sure why that is, or if that's always been the case, but interesting to note. I also set this kind of little trap up here. I've just been waiting for mobs to come by and I hit them to murder them that way. But anyways, let's go find... Oh, I actually can't. Oh. I'm blocking myself out too now, it seems. But we're looking for... I believe it's pronounced Glorissa. I also figured out how to make what are these called, waypoints like that, which is pretty cool. And since we're here, how much iron is under here actually? A solid amount. How about here? Nope, that's the same area again. Alright, that's fine. And, oh, Kohash. Apparently use it for regeneration potions, which could be quite useful. Anyway, so let's see if we can't find some Clarissa. I know we found some before, I'm just not exactly sure where it is. Terrestrial orchid. What is that for? Oh, redstone. Awesome. I'll mark that down. Not really sure when we'll need that, but I know we definitely will at some point. So, I'm not sure what this is. I kind of like a Cambridge blue. What's this guy for? Oh, diamonds! That's cool. It must be pretty far down too then. So we don't see anything. It's a pretty big vein though, judging by how many are around here. So we'll definitely mark that down. Still no Clarissas though, unfortunately. Oh, speak of the devil. And look at that, this is a massive field of them too. That's awesome. Wow. Yeah, that is literally so bright you can't even see me. Jesus Lord. Oh yeah, we're gonna be getting that for sure. Let's start right here, I'm thinking. We'll put a right at the top of this, mark it as gold. Change it to, oh, gold, perfect. Look at that, beautiful. And I think we should have enough to make ladders out of here as well. And there we go, gold immediately. And vanadium. So apparently there's ore miner in this, but I have no idea how it works. I don't know if you have to click the grave key or hold it down or what. Oh, there's also iron here. Oh, that's pretty cool. Right, but anyways, I think we already did a time lapse in this video of me mining copper and whatnot, but I think we're gonna end up doing another one right now. So I'll see you guys once we get a whole bunch of this. Alrighty guys, it would look like I seem to have forgotten to brought some gravel with me, so we're not going to be able to get everything we quite wanted. But I think that's going to be okay in the end. Excuse me, my voice is sounding very rough right there. We are going to try to have to get back before night falls, because we definitely don't want to get stuck out here. I have a feeling there might already be some nonsense afoot. And although there isn't quite yet, that sky is definitely setting. So we're gonna run back to base real quick, and ooh, they are spawning, and they're on horseback. That cannot be good. Can we check them out behind them? Yeah, look at that, incredible. See if we can bring out some of my PvP skills. Jesus, can't even do that properly. Oh, this guy's angry. Oh boy, I probably should have just ran rather than messing with this. Oh Jesus. Ooh. Alright, my heart is certainly pumping. I was not expecting that. Oops. Let's try and go this way. Oh boy, is this a disaster waiting to happen? I'm just trying to get inside, and I don't even have pick, right? So something I also read that was recommended is that you put like a lip around your base, like this, that way mobs can't crawl over it. But I feel like an issue is that, you know, you could probably do it with glass actually. Because I was gonna say they can just hide underneath and they won't burn when day comes. But if you do it with glass, it's probably not an issue. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to base. I'm gonna set a few things up and then we can do some smelting. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, and we are back. So, the first thing we need to do is we need to clear out this clay. I did actually go ahead and make the sign, because I was thinking about making some tools. And we can still do that, but I figured we'd just make the smeltery first. And then we can make the tools off that, because it is more cost efficient that way. So let's go ahead and do that. First I need to finish pouring out this clay. And I guess that makes terracotta now, right? It does. That's kind of actually worthwhile because we can... Earlier we were talking about making the kitchen counter, I think it is, or something like that. What was it exactly called? I think it's the kitchen top. The @ sign just means you're looking at the mod, by the way. And I don't see it there. Let's just try typing in kitchen. Yeah. What was it called? Yeah, the cooking table, my bad. And we need the terracotta, but we weren't able to get it earlier. But I guess you could have just gone like this the whole time, and you get terracotta that way. Which means we could do that. And you know what? In fact, I think we will do that, but right after we get this done. So now we have that. I'm just gonna pour the rest of this out just to empty it up, because I don't want it in there. And we're gonna throw in 2 gold for now. Using that gold, we should be able to make these guys, the blank cast. And that says consumes cast for... This must be for something later on because I don't recognize it. We want to make this blank cast, and while we're doing that, we want to get our chisel as well. Alright, cool. So we'll take this, put it here, and we should just be able to pour it straight out now, I believe. Let's see what happens. Alright, beautiful. So then we can take this, we can go here, we get an ingot cast. And now, if we go to our quests, go to the main technological progression tab, click that bad boy open, and we want to look here. We want to make a seared furnace. That requires 2 copper plates, which requires 2 copper ingots, or double copper ingots. Each one's required 2, so we need 4 copper ingots in total. We can get that by presumably the ore is here, right? Yep, 4 copper ore. Alright, so I think we're done with the gold for now. Don't want to overuse it. So now we'll put in our copper, 3 at a time. I also think we want some iron, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check that. And we need one of these hammers. And that's going to require 6 iron to make. Well, anyway, that brings me back to this quest I was going to turn in. We can get 2 iron and 2 gold that way. And that's for just getting all 4 of these. If I saw this all correctly, we can go like this. Gives us an iron hammer. We can go like this. That gives us those. And we're gonna need a few of these bad boys. You guys may have noticed I've been making more of these off screen because I know we are gonna be needing them. And then, how are they used again? Oh, do we need to make them into plates too, right? Yeah. Then... so we need a little bit of lava, 750 to be exact. That's actually the perfect amount. Incredible, look at that. Calculated. And what happens to that hammer? Oh, it doesn't go there, it's this one? Ooh. Beautiful. So let's go and complete that quest actually. Oh, this one actually gives us food. Super cool. So boxes without borders. Many GregTech and modular machinery multi-blocks can utilize the same blocks for ceilings, floors, walls, and even coils. Use this to save tons of resources. Also, a warning about chunk borders. Pressing F9 by default will highlight chunk borders. It is highly suggested you build each multi-block within the same chunk to avoid any potential errors in loading, causing unfortunate industrial accidents. You do have to appreciate the kind of humor in this mod pack. It's pretty good. So borders should not be spelled with an A here, and there should not be two 2's. But nevertheless. Also, we have that now, so accept it please. Oh, okay, there it goes. Just have to move it around. And what's that give us again? 4 lava cells, which is super nice. Alright, cool. So we got a lot of that out of the way. We are going to need to take some of these though, because we're not quite finished with this smeltery. Other than the controller, we're going to need just some bricks like here. And those are pretty simply just do 4 in a row, but we're going to need a storage container, which requires 1 glass. Fortunately, we got some from the people we killed earlier. I think we're going to make 2 of them. Like thus. Alright, good. We're going to need a casting table. We're going to need a faucet. At least 1. And we're going to need a drain. And drains are pretty simple. I think we have enough to be pretty greedy, I guess. Greedy's not the right word, but just kind of make everything is what I'm trying to say. So we'll go like that while we're at it. And then because we have so many blocks right now, we should be able to make a pretty large... We should be able to make a pretty large smeltery right off the bat. So we do have a little bit of lava left in here though, so I think I'm going to use the rest to make some additional terracotta. First thing first guys, now we have our terracotta, let me show you how incredible this cooking table is. So first and foremost, we do have 1 obsidian, we have 2 stone, and we're going to need a second obsidian, which is actually right here, along with the philosopher's stone. Because we're going to need a bucket of lava, so let's do that. And oh no, how foolish of me. I completely forgot my mittens. I'll be right back. Okay, and now we have our mittens, we can go ahead and throw those boys on. We gotta double check, we have our 5 terracotta, we have obsidian, we have stone, and we will have a bucket of lava. Now all being accounted for, let's go here. Click this bad boy, shift click it in, and boom, cooking table, that easy. And this is a multi-block, and I'm pretty sure it also hooks up to chests like this. No, it does not, that's a shame. But I believe if we made, yeah, we'd need like kitchen, counters, or cabinets, or corners, or whatever, etc, etc. However, we can do that pretty easily next time. Aside from that, I was really hoping I could show that off. Well, I think we still can if we... Let's grab some of these, a bit of that. How about these boys? Excellent. And now if we click here, it shows us everything we can make. And I believe that also increases if we hold all of the like pots and pans and stuff. So we can make ketchup, we can make cooked chicken. Not really sure. Oh, it's missing oven to cook, that's what that says. Click to see recipe, that's missing a juicer. Pizza slice. Is it that easy? Spring salad? Alright, so we can make some spring salads just like that by clicking on it, right? And if we made some stock, some other stuff, so you can increase that more. But it also says we're missing some things, right? So like the juicer, a couple of those, a furnace of some sort, a mortar and pestle. But basically, if you put those items to like the cooking items and all the food and kitchens, or excuse me, kitchen counters and kitchen cabinets that are all in the same area, then you can just click on this cooking table and all the recipes will be here, and this will be like a little sliding bar you can go down, and it's super incredible. And I guess we'll put the spring salads away for now. I also don't really know what to do with this clay cast, so I think I'm just gonna throw it overboard, you know. That said, I'm gonna go to the overworld now, and let's see if we can't find a nice place to set up our smeltery. I'm thinking something went wrong, because this is not functioning. Alright, well, I'll be right back once I figure out why that is the case. So guys, I found the issue, and it looks like the main problem is I'm just a noob. And the reason that is because I actually thought it would basically work like a smeltery, and it does for the most part, but it is slightly different. That difference being mainly that you actually can't have like this overhang like we do in ours currently. And by that, didn't mean to break that block. By that I mean we need to place blocks right here. And I think I'm going to use the kind of undecorative ones on the back to do that. So guys, it would seem that yet again I have erred in my ways. A simple mistake this one was. Apparently I had these seared tanks here before, but they have to be in the corners specifically, or else this won't work. Also, the top here, you only need to cover the part that's exposed, so basically these 9 in the middle, right? Oops, apparently I cannot place anything. And if you go like this, that should be sufficient to get it to start up like that. Awesome. However, I did forget to put in the drain, so I actually have to break it again. Those boys down. Get our casting table, get our casting bin, and boom boom. So now that I'm looking at it, it appears it doesn't like that. So maybe I have to maybe these have to go in the corner too? Let's see. So I don't really know how else you'd As I say, I don't really know how else you would. I mean, it's nice and everything, but how do you get stuff out of it? Am I missing something? Smeltery drain. No, that looks right to me. Well, I'll figure it out between now and next episode. That's for sure. Because I definitely want to use this boy. And apparently this guy's a lot better than I even thought he was. I don't know what's going on with the camera angle here, but apparently, unlike the... what is it called? Unlike the smeltery, which I don't even think is craftable in this mod pack, which is kind of unfortunate because I really like Tinker's mod. But apparently each one of these slots can hold multiple ores at once, and we got a lot of slots, which is pretty good. But it's kind of awkward because I don't actually know how to get stuff out of here unless do this. Can you put the faucet here? Maybe, but you could also put the faucet there, and that doesn't mean anything either. So I don't really know. Either way though, I'm gonna figure this out between this episode and next. I'm gonna work on our base here between this episode and next because it's looking a bit sad. I'm not actually sure if this is where we're gonna have our main base here yet. We do have the teleporters, if you guys recall, that we got from one of our quests. So we could this could just end up being like our starter fortress, basically, and we could have a teleporter linked here to our actual base, which could be wherever we want, really. And I might look for a place in between episodes for that, or I'll end up just staying here. I haven't really quite decided on that. But aside from building up this furnace and figuring out how to get ores out of it, because I know there has to be a way, otherwise that'd just simply be just wouldn't make sense, right? I'm going to also go and mine some additional ores. That way next time we can really get cracking on, well, both the tech tree as well as the magic tree. Because I know one of the first things we need to do for magic is acquire this bucket, then we get the pure daisy, and after that I guess we start going into Thuumcraft. It looks like we need some Salus Mundus. We need this crystal. I'm not really sure where we're gonna get these crystals, but we'll figure it out. It's no big deal. We got plenty of time, got plenty of quests to do and all that. So anyways, I know this episode has been a bit of a mess, but if you've enjoyed it, please leave a like because that'll help me out a lot. And I hope to catch you next time, guys. Have a great and amazing day. Bye.